Hi, this is Dana, and on this channel I speak about spiritual warfare. I have another channel on astrology, and I have a Facebook page which you will find in the description box below. And on that page, I wrote prophetic writings for years. I invite you to read those prophetic writings. I have the same caveat as usual. They're individuals who are using my identity, impersonating me, both in astral but also in 3D reality. So please be discerning. They are doing this in order to conduct fraudulent activity, criminal acts against me and against others. So please be discerning and don't engage with anyone in the comment section or in astral or wherever they would seek to contact you. Now, in this video, God has guided me to talk about I wouldn't even know how to describe it. I will just probably just delve into it and explain it exactly what he asked me to say. And this is also part from my experience. There are different issues from my spiritual fighting, which God is guiding me to share. So one thing is that as you keep in touch with someone, yeah, be it that you communicate directly, speaking, meeting, or even if you're thinking of that someone, yeah, if you're dreaming of that someone, if it doesn't matter how you're thinking, if you're thinking in good terms or bad terms, it really doesn't matter. Any kind of connection, any kind of emotion, any kind of thought, even can not only can, but it creates a string which that individual, if he is knowledgeable in energy work, will be able to use in order to attack you, to harvest energy from you, to and as soon as that individual has enough of your energy, meaning a lot of your energy, he can use you, he can use that energy. Basically what happens, I'll try to explain differently. When he has enough of your energy, which is light energy, otherwise he wouldn't harvest from you, basically he can trick you, because whatever that individual does, he does it with your energy. So to you it seems authentic because it's your energy. I don't know if you listen carefully to understand. So it's your energy. You're not going to be able to detect the intention behind it, basically, simply because it's your energy. So it's like you would be speaking to yourself in the mirror, you see. So this is very important to guard your energy. This is very important. And at the same time, what you must understand is that regardless how good of a spiritual fighter you are, they will be able to get energy from you. They will, you cannot imagine how crazy they are. They will drive around your house, around your work. They will they will do surveillance on you. They will have cameras positioned in, if they have camera positioned somewhere on your way around your house, or somewhere on your way to work, then basically they already can connect to you. If they see your image, they can already connect to you, especially if they're shapeshifters, if they're experienced in artificial telepathy. But also, you must know, nowadays there is technology and there are specific applications used in order to conduct spiritual attacks, energetic attacks at you. Literally, there are applications on your on cell phone which can connect directly to your frequency. And I'm not talking just by reading books. Actually, I had an acquaintance who used to work at Stratford, and for those who actually are used with security policy, they know Stratfor is an American think tank, which is extremely, very, very famous, and is made up of Intel men and women who are doing and selling expertise analysis on security and foreign policy, broadly speaking, and on other topics as well. But it started focused on security initially. Slowly, gradually, it turned its interest to economic issues. Now, what I mean to say, these are experts in dealing with these matters. And I had an acquaintance who used to work at Stratfor in United States. She was partner in one of the programs focused on economy, and literally when during one of her trips, working trips to Stratfor in United States, they discovered this I don't know how to call it, this like a chip or something. I don't know exactly because I'm not that technical person. But somebody put something inside her phone, basically, and this is what it was. It was a connection, an application in order to harvest energy. I know this for a fact. Well, there are also the psychotronic weapons as well, which you can Google, you can find, you can see, you can purchase, actually, because it's not regulated, this field. So you can purchase and you can use it to attack someone yourself or to protect yourself. But I must say that I personally asked guidance, divine guidance, if I should purchase one of these tools, technological tools. And God has shown to me that indeed it can protect you for a while, because you will find on internet, if you Google, you will see description of these psychotronic weapons, and they can provide some sort of protection. But God has shown to me that it will be limited, because they will identify what kind of technological protection you have. And because they are experts in doing this and they have a lot of money, they will always overcome your tools, and they will come with stronger tools to attack you. So it's not worth investing, basically. This is what God said. And it's much more important for you to develop the abilities and to elevate enough so you raise your vibration and your frequency, and to learn how to protect. Or you can use this money in order to do something else, in order to evolve in terms of knowledge. But anyhow, the point is, they have this kind of mechanisms. First of all, it's if they harvest your energy in any type of contact, if they see your image, they can do a lot of bullshit magic on altar, on mirror magic, on voodoo. They take your picture and they put it on dolls, and they do voodoo practices on dolls. I've seen this in my own spiritual fighting, so I'm sharing what I actually have seen, and I countered myself. So this is one way, in any way, shape or form that you are in contact with someone, speaking, even if you just meet, you don't speak to that person, but just looking, there are specific type of demonic attachments which they have, which become, especially during the period when I explained, when the dark force is rolled back and it's up to the culmination point. This is when the time comes to harvest, when the time comes to collect what was sacrificed and offered to them. So at that point, they will connect to you extremely. Just 1 second, because one of my puppies is playing. Shh! Liniște. He's playing with a ball. Liniște! Gata. So they will harvest energy, but it will be, you don't have to exchange any words. It will be basically very a strong kind of grip. And this is the time when actually it's dangerous to meet with them, really. But this is just one way to harvest energy. Another way is through necromancy. And the necromancy basically is being done through dead individuals. Usually, what they do, they choose somebody who was dear to you or close to you in one way or another, connected to you, who passed over, and they will impersonate the energy of that individual and contact you on subliminal level during your dream time, when you're asleep, on subconscious level. They will do regressions in order to learn what type of memories you have of that individual. So they will get a feeling of the energy that you shared. They will actually, they have these individuals specialized in contacting you on a specific part of your brain, namely the imagination. These are the individuals which I explained. They are worshipping the owl, which is feeding from the brain level. Yeah. So these individuals, actually, I researched this because I was attacked this way. So I had to understand. They will connect to your imagination, and they will basically share with you whatever fantasies you have, whatever dreams you have, whatever you imagine, anything that is connected to your imagination. Yeah. Then they will change shape, and they will take the energy of that. If you imagine a specific character of man that would come to you to make you fall in love, to whatever, this kind of individual knows how to identify in your imagination the exact profile which you are dreaming of, and he will impersonate that during your sleep time, during your I don't know, moments of reverie, of whatever you have, any time that you are thinking of that type of encounter and profile and so on. All of these are situations in which they succeed to harvest energy from you. I'm not even getting into discussion of more obvious attacks of sex magic, of mirror magic, of candle magic, of all sorts of sorcery, demonic attacks, and so on. I'm only talking about harvesting human from human to human. Okay? So I'm only referring to individuals and the type of abilities and knowledge they possess, which helps them to harvest energy directly from you. I'm not even getting into the deeper meaning of occult practices, yeah? And there is the artificial telepathy, which means they will send to you, for example, a demonic attack, very painful, or they will send to you very a lot of longing, sadness, soul pain, heart pain, something like this, in order to lower your vibration so they can connect to you on telepathic level, on their level, because they cannot raise up to your level. Yeah, this is important. And of course, when you delve into more hardcore black magic and witchcraft, they bind themselves at you. And then when somebody binds themselves at you, literally, it's like you are twin children born glued to each other, energetically speaking. So when somebody binds themselves at you, you literally feel their feelings. They will transfer to you everything they experience. All the negative energy which they take upon themselves, through these practices will be transferred to you, because this is how they transfer the karma. Yeah, this is very important to understand. At this particular time, God said to me, this is what God said to me right now, because I asked what should be the topic for this video, and God said this is very important right now. So it means there are individuals who are victims of this type of attacks, and either you're not aware, or I'm not quite sure what's the situation, because I didn't ask. God just showed me to talk about this. So you must understand that regardless how good of a spiritual fighter you are, they will harvest energy from you. Of course, there are more intrusive and aggressive ways and criminal ways to harvest energy from you. But there are also ways in which basically it's very difficult to constrain them. And I say again, if you just walk on the street and they have a camera somewhere, like in my case, all neighbors around me point their cameras towards my property. Actually, I see them with, how do you say this in English? Binocular, the one across the street from me. Actually, I saw them in the courtyard, mother and daughter with binocular looking at me. I was in shock. I was like, this is crazy. You cannot do this. Even with a phone, taking pictures, making film of what is happening in my courtyard. My next door neighbor, in my face, she took the phone and she was filming me in my courtyard. I even asked her, do you know that this is illegal? You're not allowed to do this. This is my private courtyard. It's not normal that you do this. My the other neighbor on the other side, which is next to my property, literally filmed in my courtyard, and he presented the police when I found the two dead puppies in my courtyard. I called the police, and when the police came, he asked the policeman to go into his courtyard, and he showed him the film made in my courtyard. The policeman showed me that film. The policeman didn't even ask him why you filmed in her courtyard. It's illegal. You're not allowed. So be expecting that they are documenting in order for them to harvest energy from you and to target you. You must be sure that by the time when you feel the attacks, you have been already surveilled. They already have pictures of you. I'm not even talking about the pictures which you posted on Facebook or somewhere else, but I'm talking about pictures which they take constantly, films that they make constantly. I actually didn't pay attention to that for a very long time, because I didn't imagine that people can do this and they are this crazy. I imagine everybody minds their own business in their own courtyard. But I learned, and as I explained to you, I learned directly from them, because the next door neighbor actually was yelling at me. I have a film. We filmed this. So actually, he was not even hiding. The other one, the doppelganger next door, on the other side, she was filming me in my face. I was looking at her. She was at the window. She came out with the phone and filming me. So I started noticing in recent past. I didn't notice from the beginning all that they were doing around my property, but you must know that if you're targeted, they do this. So by the time when you start feeling the attacks, you must understand that they have a lot of pictures of you which they use in all of this witchcraft which they do, and they have films of you. I have no clue what they do with them, actually. Or some of them I do have clues what they do with them, but this is not the topic yet of this video. The point is, you must understand that they will not be able to harvest energy only at the time when literally the bondage is broken and they are punished in 3D. Yeah, because as they will go to prison, they will succeed there to cleanse some of the attachments which they have on them. Not all of them, but some of them. Yeah. Um, so you must take in consideration all of this, and you must understand that, particularly when they get in direct contact with you, speaking with you, either on Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, whatever, even if you're not literally voicing one to another, but just sending messages or something, they will connect to you. And in order to be more precise, you must also understand that besides the abilities of the individual, these people are paid for this, are mercenaries, are doing this for living. For them, they have vested interest in taking you down, because whatever they steal from you, they get to split among themselves, you know. So they literally, this is the way they live. Yeah. And they have a lot of expenses. This is funny to me, but God is whispering to me, they have a lot of expenses, yes, because they pay other spiritualists to do witchcraft on you. None of them knows everything, so they have to pay others in order to perform some of this witchcraft on you. Then many of them have addictions, drugs, drinking, house, whatever. They have a lot of expenses like this, yeah. Plus they have all these sort of for gang stalking groups and stuff like this. They have all these reunions where they meet and they spend money, and so anyhow, this it's not really funny, but this is another aspect of the issue. You must understand that they will harvest energy from you in many different ways. And this is also connected with the video which I made about emotions. This is why it's important for you to detach emotionally as much as you can, because they will use every single possibility. Anyone that you hold dear, your child, they will use your connection with your child. They will do telepathy of your child to your child, and they will connect to you through your child. Pets, if you have. Actually, I was advised when I received those very dangerous attacks. I was advised to give up my dogs. Actually, many people told me at the time that it's very dangerous because they do the same as with the children, namely that they do telepathy of your to your pets, and they connect to you through your pets. They do this to my through my dogs, and I cleanse my dogs every day energetically. I do pranic healing on them every day on all chakras. But so there are ways which you cannot control. You, the only way to control is to control your emotions, and I already explained how you do that. It's a lot of exercise in order to get a better grip on controlling your energy and emotions. Staying in isolation is very important. Again, I say, because interfering with others, then you get confused in identifying who's in your energy. Yeah, as you interfere with others and create with others strings, they have the opportunity to use anyone in your, like the guy that I was saying, connecting to your imagination. They can actually do regression who you met today, and they can use anyone that you have met today. So if you're in an intense spiritual fighting, I highly recommend you stay in isolation, because they will use anyone that you meet, and you had emotions towards them, or if somebody had emotions towards you, because that's also a string, even if it's unbeknownst to you, which is connected to you. Yeah. If you get angry in the traffic while you're driving, or in any of the circumstances, They can use any of these moments. Through regressions, they can learn anything that you have done that day. So you must understand that this is very important. This is why you must work on controlling your energy, doing meditation, mystic prayer, silent meditation, and withdrawal of the body. And when I say this, I don't mean like you just have to do once in a while a meditation. A spiritual fighter, like it or not, must do this constantly. Must do this constantly, as long as you can. And if you manage to do this long enough, you will be able to stay in, for example, silent meditation for very long. You will be able to stay in withdrawal of the light body for full day, for example. Yeah. So it's very important for you to understand the connection between the two. Yeah, between harvesting energy and between controlling your emotions. Anything that generates emotion in you. Somebody is very upset with me. Actually, my next door neighbor came and sent a lot of sorcery this evening. So I guess this is the consequence. You must understand that any emotion you feel, they can use that. They can use that moment. Not only that your energy is opening, your energy field is opening, but they can learn about what annoys you, and then they can repeat that experience your time in order to open your energy field, so they can enter your dream phase. So this is very important. I don't know who needs to hear this. I'm pretty sure that I wrote a prophetic writing on these topics at some point. I didn't talk about it before because I've sorry. I felt like it's already known information by everyone, but I guess God has some individuals who don't fully pay attention to this topic, and this is what God is whispering to me. They know it, but they don't pay attention. So God wanted to remind someone about this. Yeah. Okay. Good. So we reminded then if this is what God thinks is important now. Yeah. Okay. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will be happy to answer those.